something powerful is going to come from heaven and crush the regime of Mnangagwa. Just now, the Lord just gave me a picture of uh, of a strike. Have you ever watched these movies where there's this strike that comes? It's either from a flying aeroplane or or is a very heavy hailstorm. So I'm watching a video on YouTube and I'm seeing Mnangagwa surrounded by bodyguards and they are moving in the streets somewhere, whether it's in Harare or wherever. I do not know where they are in this public gathering. So whilst I'm watching, the Lord shows me in the spirit, I see a, a wave of the glory and power of God suddenly coming to hit Mnangagwa and his CIOs and his soldiers. And God says, this is what is going to happen to them. The glory of God shall come suddenly. Because as I was watching, I was seeing the security detail and everything that the president has. Not, by the way, I saw a spiritual strike. It's not a physical strike. I saw God, the glory of God Himself, coming fast like on him and the people around him. Because in my mind, I was thinking that, well, he is secure legally, he is secure through different ways and means. That's why he's confident where he is. And the Lord, I was thinking that that's what triggered this picture that God gave me. As I was thinking that, and God just sort of like rebuked me to think that, so you think that Mnangagwa is safe from God, so you think that because he has got CIOs, he has got police, he has got the soldiers, he has got the power and he controls all of these institutions. So you think that he is safe from God and Zimbabwe is going to be saved. So God began to rebuke me suddenly and give me this picture of the glory and power of God mightily coming to crush Mnangagwa and all of them, as if to show me that God is not afraid of Mnangagwa. One, number two, the Lord has got a power that is stranger than the power that ZANU-PF holds. You understand? ZANU-PF has got, they are resting on their laurels on the organizational skills that they have developed over the years. They've got links with the Chinese military. God has told us that in this channel last week. They've got links with the global mafia that trade in commodities that are essential in Zimbabwe. And these global um, commodity traders are influential in the financial world. Therefore, they have interest in keeping ZANU-PF in power for the sake of their nefarious activities. And by the way, I've been telling you about China as well, which is the enemy of Africa, but Africans don't understand. Africans think that it's USA who is their enemy and China and Russia their friends. But actually, it's the other way around. It is these entities that are keeping regimes like Mnangagwa in power. And therefore, they are resting on these um, uh, global networks, global connections, and also their stronghold in the local people. We know in Zimbabwe it's mainly through military force, through the force of the police that keeps the Zimbabwe population captured by ZANU-PF. So as I was thinking that there is no way that Mnangagwa can and his regime can come to an end because of all of these things that are in place. And God rebuked me. It was an instant rebuke. Well, I wasn't talking to God. I was just thinking on my own. And the Lord just entered in my thought and rebuked that thought and said, you know what? The glory of God and the power of God. So I saw this energy of God. That energy just surpassed the energy of ZANU-PF, the energy of China, the energy of the global mafias, the energy of everyone around the world. So this energy just came and just like hit the scene. And this Nangagwa just became powerless. ZANU-PF became powerless, paralyzed at the coming of this energy. So let me tell you something about the energy of God. It's like this. ZANU-PF has got no say. They've got no. They, they, They've got no answer to it. They've got no weapon against what God is has in store. Is it? I mean, if you read the Bible, you will always see the instances where God brings something entirely new that nobody knows about. That didn't not we didn't even know exist. Or so I do not know what it is. I do not know what it represents or whatever God is gonna do to take Mnangagwa out of power and remove Zanu out of power and cause the regime to cease. It's going to be a weapon that is. Remember, David killed Goliath using stones. There was no, that was a new thing. It was, nobody knew about that. I mean, the Son of God came to take away the sin of the world through dying on the cross. That was it, certainly clearly new. Nobody knew that you could die on the cross and get the whole world set free from sin. I mean, you understand what I'm talking about? Moses came and set the Israelites free from Egypt. The things that Moses did, his stick became a snake and ate other people's snakes. That is completely new. I mean, the cases that befell Egypt, the plagues in Egypt, is completely new. The parting of the water, the river Nile, completely new. Nobody knew about that. So there's something also completely new that nobody knows about. I don't even know about it. God shows me the glory of God coming and hitting Zanu. But what exactly does that mean? And what exactly is going to happen? I don't know. It's what the Lord is going to do. So the Lord rebuked me at my lack of faith when I was thinking, because I was just a regular thought, just my own personal thought. I wasn't even communicating with God. I was just thinking that ZANU-PF can't be removed. Then God said, "You are lying. They can. God has got a weapon, and this weapon they will not be able to stand against because they do not know it. Here's the trick. Last month I made another video when the Lord was telling Emerson Mnangagwa that you believe that you have got everything covered. That is why they are relaxed. That is why ZANU-PF is so relaxed because they believe that they've got everything covered. Because God is saying, you know what, ZANU-PF, you have covered only the things that you know of. Okay, only the things that you are intelligent enough or equipped with enough competence to understand. However, there are other things. Who God? God says there are other intelligences beyond the intelligence of the Central Intelligence Organization of Zimbabwe. That you, even you, who is the director of the CIOs in Zimbabwe, you have got no clue about this intelligence. Behind you, God is speaking to you who's leading the CIOs in Zimbabwe. God says, behind you, there's another intelligence beyond your understanding. Though you say that you lead the intelligence department, though you think that you have got your intelligence guys around the country and outside the country well covered, there is another intelligence that exists beyond your knowledge. It is an intelligent force, okay, which may include people, okay, and that force has got a certain maneuvering system or systems that you, not even in the US military, they don't even know what I'm talking about. So called this thing. That even the US military, as intelligent as they are, they also don't even know what I'm talking about. Because this force or this intelligence department of the Lord that is behind the one in Zimbabwe, since the one in Zimbabwe is thinking it's powerful, there's another one. And that one, it is working stealthily, it is working carefully, it is working out a salvation, it is carefully rested. I see the Lord showing me now. It is carefully. Yeah, ayifuni ukujambisa. Okay. It's like it's just there. Even if you're going to see it, you will not see it move. It's just standing there, as if like it's not gonna move. It's standing there. It is building capacity. It is becoming stronger and stronger. But when you're looking at it, it looks like it is weak. It looks like it is useless. It looks like it is beneath us. It looks like we are its boss, or we are much better than it. It can do absolutely nothing to us. It knows it can destroy you anytime, but it is just sitting there quiet, like I feel like it's like a snake that is just sleeping, or just sleeping, but it's just lying there in the grass and just doing absolutely nothing. Or perhaps it appears as if it's doing absolutely nothing, but it is building capacity. It shall erupt only in one day. Only one day when it has built its capacity and it decides that this is the time to strike. I'm talking about the snake that God has sent to Harare. And the people have got snakes in Harare. Well. Turns out God has got his own snake as well that he has sent to Harare. And it is lying there in wait. It's lying in wait like a cobra waiting for the perfect strike. You understand? That's how Zanu is gonna be. It's going to be hit. Save this video. This is what God is showing me. Save this video. Save this video. The day when Zanu is gone, you're going to listen to what I'm saying, and you're going to look at the events that happened, and then you will see what I'm talking about. That this snake has been lying, pretending like it has got no power, and appearing as if it has got no power, and also acknowledging that it has got no power to people that believe that it has got no power. You understand? But it is watching. On that day when conditions are right and the conditions have met the conditions that it is looking for, it's just gonna pa. It's going to use a weapon that is nobody understands. As I told you, that even the United States military intelligence does not understand, does not comprehend. It is also beyond their level of comprehension. That's the level of intelligence I'm talking about right now. Okay. So that intelligence is beyond the realms of men and beyond the realms of the spirits that men rely on. For it is the intelligence of Jehovah. Mwari ane CIO department rake. Ramwari rake. Jesus doesn't play. You. Jesus. I mean, if we listen to this channel, I've been saying the same theme from the past 1 year. The Lord has been saying the same thing to me. Jesus has got his own central intelligence organization in Zimbabwe. And it belongs to Christ, and you do not know about it. And even if you were to see it, because it's not like it's in complete hiding, it's out there. Even when you see it, you will look at it and say, who are these people? What can they do? What do they have? And how can they be a secret weapon of God? Understand? Even if they tell you, God said this, the Spirit of God, you gonna just dismiss them, and you dismiss them and the spirits that speak through them, but you will rely on yourselves because you've got military power, military weapons, and you've got Moti, you've got the biggest prophet from Mozambique and Malawi for all the power. You go under the ocean, you do all of those things, therefore you think that you've got the whole world covered. Little do you know, says the Spirit of the living God. Goodbye.